Hey, welcome to our YouTube channel, Chris and Deborah Hedgecorth. This is a channel where we're helping families, giving them hope to overcome addiction. And if you haven't already, please just click the subscribe button. This week I want to talk about values and the importance of values. We sat our 17-year-old down at the time, she was 17, and we said, okay, so if you were to choose like top 3 values that you can say that our family stood behind or stood for, what would they be? And immediately, there was no hesitation, Samantha said integrity, generosity, and work ethic. Those were the 3 top that she rattled off really fast. And that kind of, it hit me, made me choke up, because I thought, man, we didn't teach her that. Okay, we're going to learn about integrity, and we're going to always be people of integrity. Remember, integrity is our value. But the way that we lived taught her that those were things that were important to our family dynamic, the way that we lived our life. I remember I would take the kids during the summer. I was off, and I would take the kids to the Dollar Day at the movies. I loved Dollar Day because we could go in there, 3 of us, 3 girls, I could go in for $3, and I would go into the Dollar Tree and get some candy, put it in my purse. I'd pop some popcorn at home and put it in my purse, and we'd go in, and it was a great movie, and it was a very inexpensive, we'll say, way of entertaining the kids, having an experience. And it wasn't very long before Samantha said, Mom, isn't that being dishonest when it says not to bring food or drink inside the movie house on the front door? And it's embarrassing when your little kid tells you where you're failing, but she had absorbed that to be a person of integrity, and it gave me a chance to apologize to her and to ask God to forgive me in front of her. So we don't always get it right, but man, when we all know the same language in the house, and I'm telling you, it's good to write them down. Our family is going to know what values we have, and it doesn't come easily. We think about our little Sam. I love to tell stories about when she was wicked, because she is an amazing young woman now, but she was quite a strong-willed little girl. But she would always want to play Candyland. I'll set up the game. I can do it. I'll set it up. You guys can come in just a minute. So she would set it up, and we come in, and she won. She won every game, and ooh, she's so excited. And so we got to looking at it. Well, she got all the face cards. And we're thinking, how is she getting all the face cards? The princess and the plum card and all those. I can't remember now. And so we thought, she's setting it up. She's cheating, a 4-year-old cheater. So we decided we were going to set up the game board, and we saw horror fill her eyes. So she came in and I think lost for the first time in her whole life to a game because she didn't set it up. And so she was such we're going to call it a sore loser. She didn't know how to lose. She's very competitive. So we literally had to make up a song. And we actually sang, it's a good day for you to win. It's a good day for me to lose. I'll be happy, that's what I choose. And she sometimes would be like, it's a good day for you to win. And she hated that song because she hated to lose. But we had to teach her that being fair was a good thing to learn. Fairness is a great value, but that was a part of the integrity of the family. I want to share a story about some really special people. Their names are Jason and Shan Tatum. If you just look up Shan Tatum, you'd love to follow what she does with their child. What they both do, but she gets to stay at home with him. She homeschools him. And the backstory for them is that their son was born addicted to heroin. They adopted him at birth. And the back story is that Jason and Shan Tatum were drug addicts at one time, and God miraculously saved them. And they wanted to help this baby that honestly wasn't even expected to live. And so they brought this child home, this baby home. And isn't it just like God, I think is how Shan put it, that he would just break all expectations. And so this young boy actually, he has a food pantry for people in need. I think it's out in front of their house. He collects food for the homeless. He goes and he visits the homeless on the streets. He gathers things that they need because his mom and dad are teaching him the value of loving and caring for people who are vulnerable, who are needy. But can you imagine looking at a little boy with food in his hands and a big smile on his face saying, "This is for you"? Would that not encourage you? And so the reason why I wanted to share their story is because they're just two people on the planet. They're not anybody special, even though I think they're amazing. But they just made a decision to put God first, and then to raise their child to put God first and to help those in need. The values that I see them model in front of him, he has caught, and now he's teaching the world. This kid is teaching the world. Sometimes we think that our kids aren't watching. They hear everything we say. They really do. And a lot of you that are listening to this, you know what I'm talking about when they repeat something that you said yesterday in the kitchen while you thought they were watching TV in the living room. And they see things that we don't think that they see. And so when they see us modeling the values that they are important to us in the privacy of our own home, then they know that it's a real value. So if you're modeling the wrong values or corrupt values, your children are going to learn that too. That's why we say this all the time, that parents who struggle with drugs and alcohol, they come to the end of themselves when they see what it's doing to their kids. So we help them with the reset button so they overcome the addiction by allowing God to transform them and their families.